Aloha, cool kids. Happy Sunday. I think it's the afternoon time. What time is it? 1:23. 1, 2, 3. You feel me? I'm just finishing up all my YouTube videos. So I was about to say it's the last video, but it's probably not. But this is just a video on you should be like in the background. That's just me looking at my video that I just did, the singing and all that. It's very, very beautiful. So you should be learning your multiple time. You should be learning your multiplication timetables. Of course, one times one and all that, but really two up to 12, as in two times one, two times two, two times three, two times four, all the way up to 12. Then three times one, three times two, three times three, three times four, three times five, up to 12. Four times one, four times two, four times three, four times four, up to 12. Five times five, up to 12. Six times six, up to 12. Seven times one up to 12. Eight times one up to 12. Nine times one up to 12. 10 times one up to 12. 11 times one up to 12, and then 12 times one up to 12. You feel me? And you should be doing that every single day, preferably in the morning, so you can get your brain working. Because doing multiplication and doing mathematics, it allows you to critically think. It allows your brain to really work at its full potential, and it's also connecting you to the universe because that's where mathematics comes from. I was gonna say as well as science, but science is on our Earth, and and it goes higher, of course. And speaking of that, I was gonna make a video on me taking y'all to space. You feel me? We were gonna go on our own field trip to across the universe. You feel me? So we don't gotta pay $100,000 and to fly in a rocket ship, as well as when we go out in space, that hurts our body and everything. It shrinks our heart and at the least, you know what I mean? So that's some really beautiful songs, man. It's good for a very Sunday morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. It's August 23rd. It's the week of GTA. The week of GTA 6. So I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to watch the video while I record. Maybe I'm not gonna like spoil it or anything, but I'll probably a reaction type of channel. You feel me? A reaction type of thing. So that's probably going to be my three next videos, including this one with the multiplication. So it's gonna be this one. I'm gonna take y'all to space. I'm gonna show y'all like the atmosphere and the ozone layer and all that good stuff. Cause that's so beautiful, man. I just ate some noodles. If I can't love you, then I guess I'll just drown. So we can do the multiplication table. So how I learned this? Well, hold on. So I was gonna say how I learned it. Just basic multiplication timetables. But I used to, like during the pandemic, I was doing this. Like when I meditate. Remember I showed y'all my meditation? Let me crossing my legs, crisscross applesauce, Indian position, and all that. Well, but I do it in my mind. Do you feel me? Like I do the multiplication timetables in my mind, which helps you critically think. But doing it out loud works too. So I'm gonna show y'all what I was doing during the pandemic of learning my multiplication timetables. Like I would, it's kind of fun. It's a good way to learn multiplication. I would, like I said, I would do two all the way up to 12, but I would walk around the house saying my multiplication timetables. And if I messed up, I would reset and go back downstairs and then walk back upstairs until I got it like 100%. You feel me? So I would start at the basement and I would make a rhythm of it. I would go 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 2 times 5, fucking 10. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't did it in so long, so it's like, see, I kind of like, what is the word? I hesitated, if you will. So that means I would have had to go back downstairs and until I got it right. you know, just keep on walking until I got up to 12. So we're gonna do it like that. Let me put on my chain. So you would go up to, you would start in the basement or anywhere you want really, and just do your multiplication timetables, and eventually you should have it all down. You know, as an adult, you should already know this stuff, your multiplication timetables, even if you don't have to use that every day. But it's still good to know them. You feel me? So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna start from 2, and then we're gonna go up to 12, and when we was in school, we used to have, like, in elementary school, we used to have these little multiplication papers, and we would be timed on it. I don't know if everybody did that in their counties or whatever. I'm from Maryland, Prince George's County to be exact, and that's what we used to do. Like in the morning time, it would be like a multiplication thing, and they would have like random multiplication numbers. 2 times 9, 3 times 4, 5 times 5, all that type of stuff. But we would have to answer it in a certain time period. So we would have to do it all fast. You feel me? I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they still do that in school because I'm not around kids. I don't need to be. Well, not like that, but as in, like, I don't have a reason to be around kids. You feel me? So, all right. So we're gonna start off from 2, and this is multiplication timetables, and yeah, and you can add that to your meditation if you want to. Like when you're crossing your legs and all that. Because I meditate for over a good hour, and 30 minutes every morning. So it really helps you in the morning time. It gets you, like, it's better than eating breakfast. You feel me? So let's do it. So 1, 2, and go. You're gonna follow the rhythm. And 1, 2, and go. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 7, 14. 2 times 8, 16. 2 times 9, 18. 2 times 10, 20. 2 times 11, 22. 2 times 12, 24. So you see? And we're going to just pretty much go all the way up to 12, you feel me? So you stop at 2 times 12, which is 24, and then you go to the next set, which is 3 times 1. So 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 6. I'm at 3 times 6, right? Okay. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 9, 27. 3 times 10, 30. 3 times 11, 33. 3 times 12. I said 33, so that's what, 36, I guess? Yeah, that's that 1, 2 with the 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 1, 3, that's 3, so that's 36. So that's 12 times 3, which is 36. And then, see, I'm all the way upstairs. If I would have messed up, I would have to go all the way back downstairs, and I would have to start back at 2. You feel me? So where are we at now? We're on 4. So we're going to go back downstairs. So 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. I don't think that's true. Is it? What is 7 times 4? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't did this in so long, so it's like I can't even think. My brain all foggy. So I would have to restart. I would have to go back upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Because what is 4 times 7? Isn't that 28? Because 4 times 5 is 20. That'd be 21, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is 28. So I misspoke. 6 times 4 is 24, I guess. Right? So, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I don't. Like I said, this is the first time I did this all year. And then, when we do this stuff, it's not like we have a teleprompter or something. It's just, this is all in our head. So it's like, it's on us to remember the multiplication timetables. Thank God for a calculator, right? Because 4 times 5 is 20. That's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So yes, I was correct. So then what 8 times 4, would that be 32? And then, all that type of shit. So so y'all pretty much get the gist. I hate to embarrass myself like that, but it is what it is. Like I wasn't even really expecting to make this video. But y'all get what I'm saying, though. Go around the house, and if you can't do it, you keep on going. So, and I don't have a calculator around, so I can't really. You feel me? Let me see. Calculator on the computer. Because we stopped at 4 times 5, which was 20. That's what? 7. What is it? 7 times 4. That's 28. And then that was 8 times 4, which should be 32. Yep. And then what was that? 9 times 4. What would that be? 36 probably. Like I said, I got all E's in school, so the fact that I could do this is, somewhat. It's 36, okay. And then it'll be 40, 10 times 10. 4 times 10 is 40. 11 times 4 should be 44. Then 4 times 12 is what, 48? Right? Yeah, 48. So then we just keep it moving, you feel me? So like I said, when you're in your house, so that's a good thing to practice. And then when you're meditating, you could do it in your mind. Like when you're thinking to yourself and all that type of stuff. Because my prayer was, thank you. It's more to that, but it's thank you so much, God. Thank you so much, Jesus. Thank you so much, universe. And thank you so much to all the positives in my life. I love you all so much for every single thing you all do for me, my family, the people around me, as well as around the world. Amen. And that's just praising everything. That's, saying all the positives in your life specifically. Because there's a lot of things that we can't even see. And there's so much stuff that's like aiding us, you feel me? So that's pretty much just thinking everything. But then, the main people, God. Yeah, I would say your religion's spiritual teacher, I'm a Christian, so it would be Jesus. And then, we live in a specific type of universe. I forgot what it's called. We have a certain type of name for the universe. And then even that's man-made, you feel me? Like somebody gave the universe that name. Just like the sun and the moon. Like we really don't know what that thing is. It's just, it's just here for us. So then after the prayer, you would do these multiplication timetables all the way up from 2 to 12. So we stopped at 4. So so once again, I would have had to reset. I would have had to go all the way back downstairs. You feel me? So, but I wouldn't have to start. I wouldn't have to start back at 2. I would have to start back at 4. You feel me? So since I stopped at, what was it, 4 times 8, and I couldn't think of it, which was what, 32? Right? Yeah, 32. And then 9 times 4, 36. And then 10 times 4 is 40. 11 times 4, 44. 12 times 4, 48. So we would keep it going like that. So I'm going to go back to 4. So, and 1, 2, and go. 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 7, 28. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 9, 36. 10 times 4, 40. 11 times 4, 44. 12 times 4, 48. So so y'all don't have an excuse, because if I could do it, y'all could do it too. This is what this YouTube channel is for. I'm a real black pill influencer, you feel me? So I stopped right here, because we just paused at 4. So yeah, see I did it all the way from 4 times 1 all the way up to 12. So, and then we would go at 5 now. So I stopped at the dining room. So 1, 2, and go. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 6, 30. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 8, 45, right? 45. 4 times, no, it's not. 8, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. Yeah, it's 40. My fault. So I misspoke a little bit, but I would have had to go all the way back upstairs. You feel me? I ended up in the basement, but so I have to go all the way back. And this will make you, it will make you so annoyed that you would force yourself to learn the mathematics, because you don't want to keep going back upstairs, right? So you have to start all the way over, which would be at 5. So, but it's fun though. It's a fun thing to do. It's good practice. Now you don't have to do this every day, unless you want to. It's good exercise, walking and all that. But like that's also multitasking too, so that's good for you. But excuse me, I just ate some noodles. So you would start all the way back to square one, which is at 5. So that was 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 4, 20. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 6, 30. 5 times 7, 35. 5 times 8, 40. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 10, 50. 5 times 11, 55. 5 times 12, which is what? 60, right? Yeah, 60. So y'all can't say I stopped. It was still 60. So I wasn't wrong. And like I said, I haven't did this stuff for so long, so it's like, man. So that was up to 12, which was 5 times 12 is 60, right? That's that 2 and 5, which is 10. You put the 0 on the bottom, the 1 up top, on top of the 1. And then that 1, 5, that's 5. And then add the 1, which is 6. So that's 60. So then I stop right here because I didn't mess up. I would start to the next one, which is 6. So that would be 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 7 is some bullshit. I don't you know what I'm saying? I don't remember that shit. Cause like I said, I haven't meditated in so long and all this stuff, so I would have to go over the stuff. Like I forgot all this stuff. You know. I got all this brain fog and all that type of stuff. So it is what it is. But y'all get what I'm saying though, you know what I mean? So y'all can search up the calculator and all that type of stuff. And people our age, we have to work our brains like this now. Because they even said that even people my age we could barely do basic mathematics. It's supposed to be basic, you feel me? But it's not like you have to know it. Well, no, you should know it, but the just the what would you say, spit it out type shit. Like you're not a mathematician or anything. Like it's not like you don't have to be a human calculator. You feel me? Like, cause it's so much stuff to remember nowadays. Because that's just multiplication. We didn't talk about division, subtraction, addition. Calculus, algebra, and that's just one subject. You know what I'm saying? That's just one subject. We still got science, and that's a broad term. You feel me? We still got to learn like basic stuff. Using a washer and dryer. Learn how to cook. You know what I mean? We gotta do all this stuff. So yeah, that was just a quick little video. Cause I wasn't expecting to make this video. You feel me? So we're moving. I'm trying to think just to make sure. The time is 1:41. So yeah, though. So learn your multiplication timetables so you can critically think and all that. Because once I learn all this stuff again, I'll be able to articulate myself. And, this is actually the first time I spoke all day. I mean, y'all see me singing these little songs and all that. But this is the last time I'm going to talk all day. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, which is crazy, right? I was just down here just listening to the things I just made. because we ended up at 6, but you know I just had a few more to go. That was all. Like I didn't want to make the video too long. You feel me? But y'all get the gist of the video. Y'all should be learning your multiplication timetables from 2 to 12, all the way up to 12. You know, which is just the basic numbers of, of quick math. You feel me? So yeah, though. Like those songs are so beautiful. Like when I was reviewing those songs, I literally teared up. So it was a good thing that I didn't say it. I didn't do it on camera, because I would have been. You know how when we cry, our voice gets all like raspy and all that. So it wouldn't have worked. You feel me? I was just talking about it. But yeah, I was speaking on that too, because when I hear these songs, I think of my exes. I think of the people that passed away and all that type of stuff. All my friends and all my would have been girlfriends. Blah blah blah. So, like I said, these are the type of videos I like to make. They're like really fun and all that. I don't want to be on here talking all depressed and all that. Because even the songs that I was playing, yeah, it was depressing, but the songs are so good. You feel me? And it's also good to get that emotion out. That's the first time I got to sing all week. You feel me? I mean, past the previous video, the one before this. But like I said, that's the last time I'm making those type of videos of singing. My blue and broken, battered, shattered. It's beautiful, man. And I never learned how to sing, by the way. Like I didn't take any classes on music, or I did band, but that wasn't like singing and all that. And they didn't teach me how to play the drum. They taught me, the notes, like the quarter note, the half note, and all that type of stuff. But they never taught me how to like all that type of stuff. Whoa, what's the? Y'all check this out. There's somebody at the door. That's what I'm saying. Just random shit. You feel me? Hold on. Watch this. Hold on. What's good, bro? No, they at church right now. You got a card or something? I only have appointment reminders, but my website is TylerAgency.com. We're just doing a free siding and window. For sure. For sure. I appreciate you, bro. We don't fake it. You see? And I think I was about to cut off the video. So, they just be coming around doing their thing. Little salespeople and all that. Yeah, look, I can't tell if it's about to rain or not. It's just, I was just about to go outside too. So. So like I said, learn your multiplication timetables and do it in your head so you can learn how to critically think. I also used to do cybersecurity. So I would learn the 250 bit fish security code. God damn, I don't know. Oh my gosh, neighbors playing all this music. I don't want them to copyright my shit. So the AI thing is so strict. I can't fuck around. And I'm glad that I noticed that y'all could hear the headphones. The music from the headphones a little bit, which is really cool, so y'all can really kind of hear what I'm flowing with. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, y'all should learn, like how I do cybersecurity. Y'all should learn your basics. You know what I'm saying? In your head, so you can just get a refresher or whatever. It would be like the 250 encryption standard. I would learn the 5 standards of hacking, like that advanced encryption standard and all that type of things. So, all that cool stuff. All right, already 24 minutes. See, you see what I'm saying? How I just be flowing? And then the thing cut off at 30, so it's like, whatever. But anyways, if anybody wants to link up, and make some cool cartoons and all that type of stuff that we can, push out to the public. But we have to make our own characters and all that. We can't just, you feel me? We can't take no Bugs Bunny. We can't take no Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and all that Froghorn, Leghorn, and all them people. Wild Coyote. I think they're about to make a movie of that or something like that. So, all that's cool. So, make sure y'all drinking y'all water. Y'all got to drink tall drinks like these every day. I was going to say every day, but shit, we need to drink this like every hour, to be honest with you. And yeah, we'll be peeing a lot, but it's good for you. It's expelling all that negative toxins and all that. So, all that good stuff, man. All that science. So, and I've been eating all these noodles. That all this stuff is like salty. You feel me? So that may be like sodium and all that bullshit. I don't know about nutritions and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got all E's in school, so it's like I'm kind of, I still graduated on time, thank God. But you feel me? A lot of that stuff I probably should have been held back, but somehow, some way they pushed me through. So, because I was, like I said, I was in the class, I just didn't do the work. You feel me? So they probably thought I was like slow or something. I used to be like a class kind of like we was popular and all that. So, like a long time ago, like if I had YouTube and all that, I would show all my friends being down here and everything. Like it's been so many people that was down in this basement, man. It had to be, I swear to God, it had to be a good 50 people. not at one time, but like rotating. You feel me? Of friend groups and all that. Shout out everybody, man. Shout out Denzel. Shout out Tyrese. Shout out Rashid. Shout out Taylor. Shout out Daryl. Shout out Wesley, Daquan, Jawan, Jamil. Everybody, bro. All the homies, man. The female friends too. Shout out Tasia. Shout out Annika. Shout out. It's so many people. Like I said, I hate to leave everybody out. Shout out Journey. My ex, one of my exes. Shout out Kamaya. Everybody, man. It's like I said, I can't even flow. Of course, shout out Grace. She was the one that was down here the most. We was having a great time. Shout out Nate. Shout out Dante. And see how I'm listening to this music, I be thinking about people. I end up getting all sad and shit. You feel me? They're all still alive, but they're not who they used to be. You feel me? I kind of see them now. It's like you can tell that they're conforming to things and all that stuff now. So it is what it is, though. Still love y'all though. If y'all see me, say hello and all that. Shout out Andrea. Shout out Dorian. Shout out Soraya. Tajane. Like I said, I never learned how to sing. This is like everybody has a voice though, But my Maryland accent is so, I hate that yeah type of. But at least I don't have like that Baltimore accent, that you and two and blue and flu and all that shit. I don't know how they get that. Like they claim it's like being near the water or something like that. Being like near the mid-Atlantic or some stuff like that. Shout out that band. It's like a rock band, I guess. Like called some bullshit. I don't know. But they're out of Baltimore. I just saw Anthony Fantano talking about them from Joe Rogan. Like I said, I don't even be seeing these people. I don't even be knowing these people exist, bro. Like my feed is so like shot and all that. Like they don't be talking about shit. It's just the same media pages. They not even promoting people. You feel me? Like I thought of the name, but I forgot it. It's like these bands be so random with the name. It's like it's so many people making music. That's why I like to make these little videos like this because it feels like I'm doing something different. You feel me? Because I like every day I see a new artist. I'm like, God damn, Joe, how the fuck? And none of these people was in the band, like in the marching band, or these people weren't like making music a long time ago. Everybody feel all compelled to make music now. And I kind of see why, because you see all these people blowing up for music, and it's like they make shitty music. So it's like it's hard to not want to make music, especially when you need money. That's a nice little what you would call passive income. You feel me? And especially on YouTube, and since people can't create for real, all they could do is create music. They take people's beats and all that type of stuff. So, which is very lame. That's why a lot of these people not really blowing up for real. They just they get the little bullshit, little mini fan base that just sucks it. I'm not gonna say that, but just hypes them up and all that type of stuff. It just hypes them up and all that. I can't tell what that was. I thought that was like a. Okay, that's part of my skin. I thought that was like a. You see what I mean? But I mean, they have the right to do that, though. Neighbors and all that. I'm just like, but it's already 31 minutes. All right. So, I'm trying to figure out what I was trying to think if I had anything else to say. But we're gonna stop right here. So, y'all see my hair and everything. I would make a video of me picking it out, but I might do that. Like I said, I like making fun little videos. Like I said, we're not talking about no more negativity. We're not doing no more singing. We're not doing no more dancing. We're not promoting other people's music. We're not doing none of that. You feel me? All of the creativity. You see? So I do wash my hair and everything. But you shouldn't be washing it every day. A little body wash. Very nice. It's the sandalwood cardamom oil. Plant-based moisturizer, hydrants. Organic, vegan, and all that type of good stuff. But I don't go too hard. It's like just a little nice stuff. It's that extra fresh 3-in-1 hand and body and face. A little nice stuff. You gotta really invest in your hygiene and all that. That's why you can afford to not, take a shower for like 1 day or two, even a week if you want. I gotta go back to the store. I bought this is like the cheap one. That was like $5 or $6. But the one I usually buy, it's a purple one. It has like a deeper, it fixes like teeth enamel and all that stuff. Oh, that's something to show. Fix like teeth enamel, like this. I ran out of toothpaste, but I got this one. It's not as good as that one though. I like the extra features in it, the 3D white and all that type of stuff. I like for my stuff to be nice and clean. You feel me? Like even though I look crazy, but I'm still very, very healthy and all that. See, that's what I'm saying. Look at all this weirdo stuff, man. I don't know if y'all fucking with my shit. So in 0. Then it just pops up out of nowhere. Like I said, I don't got time for all that bullshit. I thought we were supposed to be having fun on social media. You feel me? I thought we were supposed to be being social, but y'all kind of turned it into something called the dark web, and that's pretty much where that's like the bad part of the internet. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. As long as y'all don't pull up to the house, we cool. Or as well as getting into the network, Alright. It's already 34 minutes. It's probably on another video now and all that type of shit. Because it doesn't even let me know anymore. So, like I said, drink your water. I got some other ones in the refrigerator ready to go. As soon as you down that one, you got to have some other ones ready to go. You feel me? So just gotta make it work. We're humans, so we gotta drink all this water and all that type of stuff. So yeah. Learn your multiplication timetables and all that good stuff. The next video, if y'all want, with the color and all that type of shit. Cause it's not childish. There's science. There's science to it. You feel me? Get your colored pencils. You can do color pencils, crayons, all that stuff. Now I don't want to flip it because it's gonna fall out. So yeah, all that good stuff. And it's funny. Hold on. I really didn't even. Funny enough is I didn't. Hold on. Just draw and all that stuff. I never learned how to draw and all that. It's just, maybe talent. I don't know. Just be smart. Just be smart and just have fun drawing it. I didn't think of that. That like those supposed to be me, by the way. Like I was drawing me. And technically, like on a spiritual level, they call those things tulpas. So that I may have accidentally created a character. Like I could make a little cartoon characters if I want to, but I'm like, I don't feel like doing all that because everything is so oversaturated. Like I've seen all those, like we got Crunchyroll, we got Netflix, all that stuff, Adult Swim. All these people got all these animes, so it's like it's not even cool anymore to just shit out of anime. Shout out Common Side Effects. Shout out Smiling Friends. At the highest forms of animation and all that type of stuff. It's very, very good. So, and I love how I don't gotta edit these videos. All I gotta do is merge them together sometimes. But man, it's already 2 o'clock. I still can't believe it's like this late in the day. I singed a little bit. I did these little multiplication timetables, ate some noodles, and that was it. Next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock. So now I see what people mean. Like even the billionaires wish they had this much time in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people can't have this time to themselves like that. It's very, very unfortunate. Let alone a house to themselves. And that's what everybody should be striving for. This a beautiful house. That should be top 3 things. Living in an apartment nowadays is such an L because look at my neighbors. Like imagine if I had a neighbor and see how he was cranking music. He would have been next door, like literally next door to me, and that would have pissed me the fuck off. And it's like I'd be pissed, bro. And don't get me started. Don't get me started on the roommate. Don't get me started on the roommate. So yeah, I wanted to learn how to grill. I wanted to learn how to barbecue. Like I barely even know how to scramble eggs. You feel me? I learned how to scramble eggs one time, and I used like 5 eggs. It just didn't work. Because I love scrambled eggs, but I've ate scrambled eggs and probably time be going by so fast. I think it's probably been maybe 5 years since I had scrambled eggs. I think it's been about 5 years plus since I had scrambled eggs. Because like I said, I don't eat breakfast, so I can't cook, so I would probably go to IHOP or something like that. You know. So yeah, over 38 minutes in. I like making these little videos. Though it's cool. Like I said, I haven't talked all day, so it's like it's cool. I'd be like, this is what I sound like sometimes. But now I gotta go to work now and all that type of shit. So, but I'm like, man, the only factors is what McDonald's, Walmart, retail, like working at H&M or some bullshit. And even those jobs are hard to get. Like people make it seem like those jobs are so simple and minuscule and all that. I'm like, those jobs are kind of hard to do. I ain't gonna hold you. Like to be honest with you, those jobs seem kind of hard to do. I ain't gonna lie. Even standing up for 8 hours a day, that sounds wild as fuck. Like I'm like, man, that sounds exhausting. And of course, the pay, like, the pay is shit. But it's like, you know, But I really rather do that than make YouTube videos for money. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it's fun to do this for, like entertainment and all that type of stuff, but if I had to like make content for y'all, that's rough, you know. And then the way y'all are, like look what y'all doing to PlayStation. Is the one wrong move and y'all crazy, man. It's understandable though. It's understandable though, because PlayStation, if they was really good people, but they're not American, so it's like they have their own way of doing things, which is why they aren't the greatest country in the world, you know. But that's what y'all get though. Y'all should have been at Xbox with the Americans. I don't know what Steam is. I'm not a PC player, so I kind of stopped looking at Steam and focusing on that type of stuff. Y'all got some cool games though, but you know they're like nefarious in a way. You click on some of these games, you get hacked. You can put a bug in it. Y'all can look at this video game called Doki Doki's Literature Club. They get into your system and they figure out your name and all this weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like also Deltarune. Shout out all those cool games, man. Like I don't look at that stuff no more. So it's like I don't really know what's like the newest stuff. I don't see that type of stuff. I get on Twitter, it's like bullshit, Like they only do unless it's like the most selling game and all that type of shit. But that even feels like paid promo. You feel me? That even feels like paid promo. So I really don't fuck with none of this shit no more. I showed y'all all my physical games that I got. I'm like, if I go back to video games, I'm getting me a Xbox 360, a Nintendo Wii, and that good old 25th anniversary Xbox Series X. And I think they said that's about $900. So, but then if I go to work, I won't have time to play the games. So it's like it's it's bittersweet. You feel me? And like y'all seen how many games there were? It's like how the fuck we supposed to play all them games, bro? On Game Pass and all that. How are we supposed to do that? It's like trickery, if you will. It just gives us a reason to go to work and all that. We got Dead Space. Original Modern Warfare 2. But see, y'all kind of ruin it for me because y'all don't really give me a reason to. Y'all don't really give me a reason to buy the stuff, to buy the new Modern Warfares and all that. Like it looks good. I know it plays good, but then you look at the comments, they try to gaslight you and say, "Oh, the game is trash" and all that type of stuff. But once again, that goes back to my previous video. Like most people are cucks. You feel me? Like all these people still bought the game. Like they talk shit about it every single year, but they end up buying the game. So it's like, I don't know what type of demonic shit y'all got going on. You feel me? And then y'all do like this bullshit, disingenuous stuff. That's why they're gonna end up canceling refunds and all that type of shit. Cause y'all, it's like y'all ruin things, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all. And then like the video game industry right now, it looks like slop because that's all we deserve. You feel me? Y'all not willing to pay $100. Y'all not willing to, it's just a bunch of shit, So shout out Sony, shout out Microsoft, shout out Nintendo for even dealing with y'all at this point, Because a lot of people, like if y'all had companies, y'all would say fuck everybody. It just the fucking shut down the company and shit, and then y'all just be like, oh fuck y'all. So it's like that's not the way to do it either, So that's another reason why I kind of don't have my own business yet because I'm like, man, I would hate to serve y'all, man. Like video games and anime and all that type of stuff. Like look how y'all did the Supergirl movie. Like I didn't even get to see it or nothing, but the fact that y'all shit on Marvel now after praising them and elevating their company and everything, now it's fuck Marvel, now it's fuck DC Universe and all that. I don't look at that stuff no more, and I guess for good reason. So y'all do have some type of good opinion. But it's not the same though. Like y'all opinions is like on a political level and all that type of stuff. Y'all may hate women. like that may be like a feminist movie. I may not go see it just because it's a feminist woman and all that type of shit. Or the person may be black or something, or the person may be Indian or some shit. So yeah, I only go see certain movies. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead because I know it's going to be delayed and all that, but and that's not even what this was about. This isn't what the video was about. It's supposed to be multiplication sign tables and all that. So, all right, I'm gonna head out. Peace. Happy Sunday.